and welcome to another edition of Sisters Talk. I am the younger sister, Havilah Malone.
No, hell no.
You am!
Wow. Okay, well, I'm Raquel Malone Patterson, and I'm the older, much wiser sister. Thank you for joining us for Sisters Talk. Yeah, since you want to do that, let's go.
So today we're having a conversation about the pursuit of love. Yes, most people talk about the pursuit of happiness, and love definitely brings about its own set of happy times, but there's also some other things associated with it. But we wanted to talk about the pursuit of love and like the biggest mistakes we as women make sometimes in that pursuit.
Absolutely. We need to wake up. We need to have an awakening. We need to change the way we pursue love, the things we look for when finding love, the things we accept in gaining love.
That's the truth.
How we react losing love, you know? We go through a lot as women.
You're not lying. And I think for both of us, like, for me in particular, like I have been married before, and, that was definitely a interesting ride.
Yes. And
okay.
for many who don't know, I am still legally married, but I will not be married much longer. And so this is a new process for me, a new step in life, a new set of experiences. Change has emerged.
Is it a generational curse? Because, our parents... our parents have been doing this.
I'm not going to look at it like
some
that.
of them. Look.
Right? I don't want to look at it like that, you know. You don't have any children, but I have 3 daughters, and I have a son. And so we're not going to allow that to trickle down to them.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. And that's really about becoming aware and then making new choices moving forward so that we not only stand as an example of something to follow in a relationship that is, healthy and progressive, but then also that we don't pass down our bad traits or habits to, our children, especially in terms of relationships, because we do pick up, we think as kids that they don't see what's going on. They see what's going on.
That's absolutely true. The myth that kids don't know what's going on, that is definitely a myth, because what you think they don't see, they hold on to, and then they carry it with them. So we do not want them to carry any extra burden, any guilt, any shame, any fault, and anything that happens, between parents.
Mm-hmm. I really feel like in that pursuit of love, like one of the biggest mistakes that we do make is around indecision and disbelief. First of all, feeling like, okay, there are no good men out there, every man is going to cheat, having belief systems like that will only then bring to you that type of person. And it's so interesting because before I was married, which was, good Lord, it was like a decade ago.
It's hard to believe it's been that long that you've been single. You've been flying solo.
You're not lying. Yes, that's got to end.
Yeah. How do you feel 10 years out?
Oh my God.
Still single. I mean,
I am so grateful that I was able to finally open my eyes, take off the rose-colored glasses, and see what was really there and what I really married, which was not the person who I thought I did, because he was very much living a double life. But I think at the end of the day, the signs were always there. I just, kind of shut myself off to seeing them. And that came from my own, insecurities, not feeling good enough, and, settling big time instead of being true to the things that I really wanted or believing that I deserved them, and, kind of standing my ground and saying, no, you're not the right one for me, and moving along instead of being, going along. So.
Well, for me, I feel like the set of circumstances were different. I don't feel like today that you presented something that wasn't there. I don't feel like I settled. I feel like in many ways, you were what I needed to make me the woman I am today.
It was a stair step almost, like it was a
I
step.
do. Looking back at things, I look at the male image that I was attracted to, which was totally opposite from what I married. And I believe at that age, had I married a man with that particular image that I upheld in my mind, from what we saw as our fathers, grandfathers, and brothers and uncles, that marriage probably would have ended a long time ago.
Mm.
Because look at now where those men are. Look at the relationships that they have had. Look at the outcomes of those relationships. Look at the relationships that are still together, but is that relationship a healthy relationship? And so it's led me to be grateful for that experience. And maybe now I will attract exactly what I want, exactly what I've wanted, but I've been able to tweak some things, which lends to our discussion today, based on dating and what we look for and some of the things that we need to be conscious of and aware of when dating. So I think I will be less particular, but more specific in some areas.
Wait, yeah, you gotta explain that. Because I definitely feel like I have a, kind of a list of like, okay, these are the qualities and the things that I want out of a relationship or in a man. And like not for me, like not settling is extremely important because I've been in the position that I did settle before and I wasn't happy with that. Now, is there a man out there that I feel like has all of these qualities that I'm looking for? Oh, I'm sure praying that there is, because I'm a woman who has all the qualities that he needs.
Okay, now listen, toot your own horn, but
it's always a work in progress, but this is a good woman right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I'm not taking anything away from you and the fact that you're a good woman, but we all look at certain things you want, that some people just aren't able to give to you. So we look for superficial things. We're idealists in our younger years, 20s. We're looking at the superficial things, how a man looks, how tall he is, because I like height. But what I don't want to do is group men according to height, but then I lose on quality. Because just because a man isn't as tall as I would like him to be, I may have overlooked a really good man who had more qualities or more of the checklist items that I like in a man.
Substance, like the substance really important.
Exactly, yeah. But I would miss that because of the superficial stuff. So I want to look
easy stuff. It's kind of like, okay, I want him to be, this high, this tall, because when I wear heels, I'm this tall.
Yeah.
I want him to, be fit and go to the gym and do stuff like that. And I think those things are important because the first thing that you have is a physical attraction. Like when I see this person, and is there something that, is sparked inside of me? But you're right, you got to get beyond that, because quite frankly, if you could be in an accident the very next day and lose all of that. So are you going to stick with them through thick and thin, through the good times, through the bad times, even if those qualities that first attracted you to them are no longer there? See, now that's the real question.
And the other thing is, people look for money because you look for stature. You want to live a certain type of life. But the money will make you comfortable. But will that sustain a relationship when there are personality conflicts, when there are family issues, when there are health issues? The money will not maintain or keep the relationship. You know what I mean? It'll make you comfortable, but at the end of the day, if he has insecurity issues, then that money is not going to make that right.
You're not lying, because at the end of the day, it's the man or woman who makes the money. It's not necessarily the money that makes that person. So if you have the right mindset, then even if you lost all your money, you can go back and make more money. So it's like you need those characteristics and qualities that are of substance that will lead to the outcomes. People look at the physical realm of things before you look at, like, let's go a little bit deeper. Let's look at that spiritual realm. What's really happening underneath the surface? What's your mindset? How are you emotionally stable? Like, that kind of stuff, because that's the stuff day in, day out that you're going to really deal with a person.
And a lot of that stuff isn't seen right off the bat.
You know,
so a week into it, a month into it, 6 months into it even, everything is great. They're going to let you see the things or the characteristics of themselves that they're most proud of. But it's when you really get into the thick of a relationship and 2 years out, 3 years out, and you see the person start to emerge into something other than what they showed you. It's like, oh, you really are crazy. You know, it's almost like the honeymoon phase, the vacation phase is over, and that's when the realistic part of the relationship emerges. And you see if that's something that you really can deal with, or is that a quality that you are able to manage, you know, because who wants to be with someone that is unmanageable? Like, I can't deal with this, you know.
Like, wait, you certifiably crazy and you ain't tell me this, like, up front?
I'm not taking no medication, because we both need to check for this.
Yeah. And you know, and that's the one thing that, like, gets me, and because I am such a upfront person, like, pretty much an open book. Like, I will share with you my faults just as much as I will share with you my triumphs and accomplishments, because I feel like I think it's because people fear rejection. You fear people looking down on you or, like, dismissing you, whatever, instead of you just being true to who you are. Because, matter of fact, if you're true to who you are, you know, with flaws and all, then you're going to bring to you the person that's going to be the right match. Because if you playing games and just putting, you know, this facade up or this front up of what you are, but you're really not that, then whatever you've gotten, or this person that you've attracted, you're not going to be able to sustain that, because that's not who you are.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's not like, just be real. Like, don't waste my time. I'm not going to waste your time, and just come out with the real, like, upfront.
You know, I think that's one of my biggest fears about dating, about getting out there. And I don't have anything against online relationships or online dating. But my thing is, it's easy for someone to use the proper verbiage. It's easy for someone to say all of the nice accolades and all the things that they know would attract women. But I fear that this is not who you are. And really, I mean, I just made 45 in October, so I really don't like wasting time. It's not that, you know, I'm just like a stickler for things to be a certain way, or, you know, I'm setting my ways, as people say, you know, that's the terms they use, you're setting your ways. But it's like, I really don't want to waste time. And so if I waste 3 weeks, 4 weeks talking to someone, and then you find out that that's not who they presented themselves to be, then hell yeah, I'm mad. And they can't understand why women get attitudes. It's like, you jerk, all you have to do was tell me who you are, really, because I have no reason to lie to you. I owe you nothing. So believe what I say. If I tell you this is the person that I am, or this is what I like to do, or these are my interests, or, you know, I have kids and, you know, I'm able to meet on certain times or something like that, then take that for face value. I have no reason to lie. And I don't understand why it's so difficult for people to be honest and present who they really are. You know, I'm very fearful of that, because I don't want to kill somebody.
Well, you know, like the saying goes, where that energy flows, like, that's what you're going to end up, you know, kind of bringing back to you. So if you're putting out an energy of fear in that direction, then you're going to end up bringing to you that very thing that you were fearing. And so at the end of the day, like, we have like an intuitive voice. We have like a discernment that's within us, that even when somebody is telling us something, you know, or they're saying all the right things, there's communication that's going on beyond the words. There's communication that's going on beyond the surface. And are we in tune with that internal voice to be able to hear if this is a yes or a no? And then do we honor that? because so often I would, kind of get myself into a situation where like internally I'm feeling a no. I'm feeling you know what, it's time to go ahead and just cut this conversation off. It's time to go ahead, let this person go or whatever. But yet because of that, like people pleaser, that, worried about what other people think, part that, or characteristic that I had, I would continue on when internally I already knew this was like, no. So now it's like, and what I'm really proud of is like at this point in my life, I'm starting to honor that voice. And when I get that clear no inside, being able to like, because my biggest thing, like I want to be able to leave you with your dignity, but also honor who I am and what it is that I need. And so if it's like, okay, me and you, like, this is not gonna work out, it's not gonna go anywhere, but I'm gonna be respectful about it. I'm gonna be very nice about it, but I'm gonna be to the point about it because I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you to waste my time. And I have to trust that internal voice. I have to listen to that, because when I don't listen to it is when I go down the wrong path. As when I married a knucklehead that I had no business marrying.
Right, yeah. That's very true. That's very true. And your gut doesn't lie. Go with your gut instinct.
For real.
It'll never steer you in the wrong direction. If you feel like that's a knucklehead, then 9 out of 10, that is going to be a knucklehead.
Mm-hmm, exactly. And it's like we have so much to gain when you are willing to take that risk, because there's an opportunity of you truly finding that person that you are compatible with, that you will be able to fall in love with, and that, and then two, even if it doesn't work out, you've learned some things about yourself and some things you probably needed to know about yourself so that you can make better decisions and make the adjustments along the way. And that's always a plus. So it's kind of like, just make a decision to enjoy the journey. Like I am finally to the point in my life where it's like, yes, work is like, and what I do, I'm very passionate about it, and I spend a lot of my time on that. But at the end of the day, I do want love, and I'm not, afraid to kind of go down that path again. But this time I'm going with a whole, like, the glasses are off, the rose-colored glasses are off, and it's not about not, feeling like, letting your imagination flow and, being in that romantic state or anything like that. But it's like, okay, it is what it is. And if you're the one, great. If you're not, great. Like, let's just keep it moving.
That's some good information. And we do learn things about ourselves along the way. And it does help fine line or streamline that process. It's really good. Yeah, well, I'm gonna just ease on into this thing, and we'll see how it goes.
Right? I'm telling you, there is a world of possibilities available out there, and it's just about us, first of all, making a decision about what do you want, and not settling or playing small or being like, well, oh, okay, I guess I'll take that. No, like, what do you want? Like,
yeah, there is no just taking that. I am very definitive in what I want. And I'm not gonna go beyond that. I'm hoping I'll get it all in the same package.
That's what I'm talking about. Because see, I did watch this one TED Talk. Oh my goodness. And this love expert. And she was talking about how we want, the lover and the friend and the scholar and the, all this in one person. And so her kind of take on it was that all of those qualities won't be inside of one person. But I'm like, you know what? I can't take that on as a belief or being a truth for me, because guess what? I am a passionate person, and I am a scholar, and I am intelligent, and I'm beautiful, and I have all of those things inside of one package. So if I can possess those qualities, why is there not a man out there who possesses all the qualities that I'm looking for? So I'm just like, you know what? Because if I take her perception of the world on as a belief, then guess what? That's going to become reality, and I won't find that person that has it all, and then you'll feel like let down in some area or like unfulfilled in some area. And I was like, no, I want it all.
It'll also make you look for or not be satisfied with the mate that you do find, because I watched a video also, and the lady was saying that, oh, for every quality you need, it's a different man. No, but we're not gonna have 8 different damn men. Because you think about the qualities that you possess. There is a man
juggling 8 men. Good God.
Wait, now we're talking about women juggling 8 men, but men, I don't think can juggle more than one woman, because they always want to. They always want to throw out there that, they have different women, they can take on different women. No. You can barely please one. Totally, completely. When you think about it, they can barely please one woman. Totally and completely, utterly. I mean, satisfy every need of a woman? No. I don't think there's one man out there that can do that. Well, let me not say that. I'm not going to be negative. I'm going to think there's one. He's already taken. So but I mean, I'm going to be very optimistic in that. I'm not going to let other people's thoughts cloud my judgment.
Yes.
I'm going to let it deter me from getting exactly what I want and settling for something different. I'm going to be very open to finding love again. Who doesn't want to find love? I mean, I was dead set against it, though. Right after, I was like,
Me too. Like, after my divorce, because it was so, oh my God, like gut-wrenchingly painful, that process of like learning all these things about somebody who you trusted your life to, somebody who you made these vows with, and then you like, wait, who the heck are you? Like, what is really going on? And so it's kind of like putting yourself out there where you open your heart to somebody and then it gets like ripped out, like that hurts. And so it's easy to try to close the door and be like, I'm going to protect this. You can't come in. Forget that. The lock is, the key, the lock, gone. But it's like now, and like I said, it's definitely taken some time, because good Lord, it's been a long time.
It's taken 10 years. I'm not taking that long.
It's not a full 10 years.
8 years is a long time.
Hold up, because it was in 2015. It's like been like 5 years. Like,
oh my God, and you thought it was 10? It feels like
I thought it was 10 years. Because the divorce was final in 2010. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, just 5 years. Oh, you need to stop. It feels like it's been that long though?
It feels like it's been forever.
Really?
It does.
But that's good. You know what? You have taken those years to cultivate yourself.
Amen. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Because had I jumped into another relationship right after, then I would probably make the same mistakes that I made the first time. So it was like having that time for myself and to grow and to figure out who I was and what I wanted and deal with some of my own emotional baggage and things like that helped to be able to free space mentally, physically, like free space for the right love to enter and for me to be able to give love to my fullest. So everything happens just the way it's supposed to in the time it's supposed to. You just have to make a decision to enjoy the process. Even the pain of it, because now I can look back, because it was painful, but I appreciate, the things that I learned from the experience, And
pain develops character. It develops strength. You don't see it always in the process, like you said, but it does make you develop. I mean, you're a stronger person. You didn't think you could get through that. But I mean, look at you and look how you have emerged. And so... And so, I mean, because it's been a short time for me, but it has really allowed me to look at myself in a different way. Because people will compliment you and say different things. Oh, you're really strong. Or, you really are a great person. And, you've taken on a lot. You really don't realize that in the process, how much you've actually taken on, how much you actually have grown and developed. And just in a short time, I mean, I was like, wow, okay, yeah, I didn't even realize that. I have done a lot. Okay, cool. Hey, what? So now I'm going to have a divorce party.
Oh, wait, I'm coming. Look, wait, you tell me where. I'll be there. We'll have a little party bus. And,
yes. Oh, we're going to have a good time. Yes. Time to celebrate.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so do you think you're going to like jump right back into the game, or are you gonna like just take a little time away, some self-reflection time, or are you gonna, kind of just say jump back on the horse
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna take some more time for me.
again?
I'm not sure how much time that'll be. I know it'll be next year, sometime early next year. And then I'll jump back into the swing of things just to kind of get my feet wet and see what's up. But I don't know if I'm gonna do the online thing. I mean, I may take a look at it, just to see. But I'm really old school where I like to meet someone, face to face. Because
Where would you go to meet somebody? Like, where is? I know. Give us some tips on where you go.
see, that's the thing, because like I was looking up like places where singles find other singles, but it doesn't have to be anywhere in particular, because we really overlook men in general, especially if you have in your mind that you want to find them at a particular place. You want to go to a club, or you want to go to the gym or things like that. But the grocery store, I was getting my oil changed the other day, and the guy was looking at me, and this is how I'm so oblivious to it. I think I still may be in the marriage mindset sometimes, where if somebody's checking me out and I don't see, but my kid's like, "Ma, that man checking you out." And I'm like, who? And then I look with the stank look, like, who? And then by the time I see him, it's like, oh, okay. I'll go, oh, okay, that's nice. And then
So your kid playing wing women, like
not wing women, that's a good one. But yeah, because it's like I'm oblivious to it. It's like I'm not really receptive to that.
It's like you're not in that space yet where you're like, okay, I'm looking for, and I've opened myself up to this, pursuit of love. So, but once you do open yourself up to it, trust me, your awareness becomes a whole lot more vibrant. So when them looks and stares coming, you and then you get to either, take a look and say, or say,
yeah. Well, I'm excited about that, girl. But yeah, I just don't want to limit myself to like particular areas, clubs or things like that, because I'm a little older girl, and sometimes I get sleepy, and I just things that
sometimes I get sleepy. Yes, indeed. I can't be out all night trying to look for no love.
The struggle is real. I'm not going to be out. Listen, if I haven't found you by 11, trust me, you're not looking for what I'm looking for, number one. And number two, I'm going to be sleepy soon. So say what you got to say so I can go.
Oh, that's so funny. Mom used to always say, she was like when we were younger and used to like go out and be out all night and stuff like that. And then she'd be like, ain't nothing good happening after 2:00. Nothing good.
Poor mama, ain't nothing good happening after midnight. If you haven't found it by midnight, boo boo, y'all both looking for two different things.
Right?
we do have to that's some of the things too that we have to watch out in the dating world. You can't let your girl lead you, because your girl can lead you in the wrong direction. She'll lead you right into trouble. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's another tape. I'm not sure if I want to record.
That's a whole nother show.
I don't know if I want to record that one though. I don't think I'm ready to talk about that in public.
What part of you are you thinking with? And that's just not a question for men.
Exactly.
But that's another show. But we definitely want to, kind of just in closing, and, just first of all, if you have gotten to this point of the video, thank you so much for, coming along with us on this, Sisters Talk. But everybody at the end of the day, you want love. You want to feel important. You want to feel needed. You want to feel like you have something of substance that you are working on growing and that you are part of. And love does offer that. And, and however you're out there pursuing that, just make sure that you're being true to yourself, that you're being true to who and what you are. And when you open yourself up to that love, it'll come. in time and just enjoy the process, because it's a process.
Yes, and just remember that the process is there's no time limit on the process. Just be very patient with it. And I don't know, don't give up on the things that you're looking for, the things that you want. It's out there, and you'll definitely find that person who's going to love you the way you need to be loved, the way you deserve to be loved.
Amen. You deserve more.
You deserve way more.
Well, I'm Havilah Malone.
And I'm Raquel Malone Patterson.
And thanks for watching Sisters Talk.
Thank you.